All right, so as you guys know, Zilla Fatu has made his WWE debut. He debuted last night on WWE NXT. I watched part of the show. I was mainly speculating him debuting tonight because a lot of people have been saying online that Zilla Fatu is going to possibly make his WWE debut. I'm actually kind of glad that he's here. I would have preferred him to go to AEW in order to not go against the grain, but do something a little different compared to his other family members. But him being in NXT is a good thing too, because they do need to inject some life in the men's division. And I have watched Zilla Fatu on the indies, and I have watched several of his matches on the indies, and I can say he has differentiated himself enough to stand out from his bloodline. Now, speaking of the bloodline, Zilla Fatu being in WWE creates some inevitabilities, I should say. So we all know that Zilla Fatu is related to Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, the Usos, The Rock, that whole family tree, the NOI family, right? And I do know people already have their speculations as to what his future is going to look like. People are saying that he could potentially join the bloodline. He could potentially rebel against the bloodline. That's just an inevitability, right? And honestly, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's how they execute it. You can't just have Zilla Fatu join the WWE to eventually just fall in line to Roman Reigns. We've seen this pattern happen before. I have my concerns with Zilla Fatu, not as a wrestler, as just like his journey in the WWE and what he could potentially do. One thing I will say is that we've seen this pattern before. We've always seen a person from the NYA family debut in hopes that they'd be different, right? When Solo was in NXT as the street champ, we were like, oh, this dude's going to be different. Like, he's different than his brothers. He's different than his cousin. He's going to be Solo. That was his name, Solo. So he's going to be Solo Dolo. But eventually, he got caught up to the main roster and joined the Bloodline. Now, lately, Solo has been showing a lot more personality, and people are actually saying that he's on the Rock level type of vibes, and they're actually enjoying Solo Sakoa's face run, but this past Monday, they kind of buried that. We don't know where it's going to go, but people have been enjoying Solo be by himself, be face, and show a little more expressive personality. So I don't know exactly what they're going to do with that, because it does look like he's going to have to report to Roman and fall back in line. We just don't know how that's going to go. That's an unfortunate thing for Solo, because I feel like he was truly breaking out for the first time the entire 4 years he's been on the main roster, just for them to put him back in the bloodline, which is an unfortunate reality. But we're going to see what happens, and hopefully he doesn't have to fall back in line and become the quiet enforcer again, which I don't think will work now, because we've heard Solo, we've seen him lose a lot, so it won't have the same aura as it did when he originally debuted on the main roster. So we'll see where they go with it. Then we get Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu made his debut in the Bloodline 2.0, but Jacob Fatu was different enough to where he's like, oh, this dude is street, he's aggressive, he has his own style. But not only did they have him join the Bloodline 2.0 with Solo, but they had him fall in line to Roman Reigns and join his bloodline as well. So now Jacob Fatu is part of the bloodline. And people are actually growing tired of the bloodline. People are throwing around this term bloodline fatigue. People add fatigue on everything these days. I'm starting to think that the public just now found out what the word fatigue means. So, they have bloodline fatigue, and, they're tired of seeing Roman on top. And it's just a bunch of stuff that they're saying that's associated with the bloodline negatively. But they don't want anyone, like even Jacob, they don't want him associated with the bloodline, but he already fell in line. They don't even want a Solo in there. I know they don't want Zilla Fatu in there. So people are already throwing around that Zilla Fatu may join the bloodline. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. But anyways, now with Zilla, I have my reasons to believe that they're going to have him do the same thing. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but there's definitely a strong possibility that he could be joining the bloodline in the future as well. I want him to play that role to where he doesn't fall in line. But we have had bloodline members in the past say that they're not going to fall in line to Roman, that he's manipulative just to fall in line to him later down the line, i.e. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. So I don't know where they go with him. I am excited that he's in NXT. It may have me watch NXT a little bit more, because if you guys don't know, I tuned out of NXT once Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Oba got called up. I was like, okay, I'm done. Not because the roster is necessarily bad, but it was just going to be boring without them. And I tried to watch with them being gone, and I was kind of right. I mean, the NXT roster has been kind of boring, which made Grayson Waller's promo a couple weeks ago cook. But as far as Zilla Fatu, bro, I really do hope that they make him stand out, because him just being another NOI member of the family, it already puts the burden on his shoulders that, oh, he's just another Bloodline member, or, oh, he's just coming in just to inevitably join the Bloodline and be Roman's bitch, essentially, right? But we don't want that for Zilla Fatu. We want him to stand out, carve his own path, do his own thing, create his own moveset. And I can say last night when he debuted, the moveset that he performed, I mean, we've already seen it before. He did a Samoan drop, a Uso splash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, dude, you already starting off with the moveset that your family already uses. Now, one thing that he does use that I actually, like, I'll say this is like the most fire finisher I've seen in a minute, is the Z3. It's the jumping Samoan spike. It's pretty much a combination of the Superman punch with a Samoan spike, and that shit is fire. I enjoy seeing that every time he executes it. But I don't know, guys. I don't know how to feel about Zilla Fatu's journey going forward, but I am excited for him being in the WWE due to some possibilities, but the inevitabilities, unfortunately, outweighs his possibilities that I want to happen. But let me know how you guys feel about Zilla Fatu debuting in the comments down below. Are you excited? Do you think it's going to be more of the same? Do you think that'll make him stand out? Just give me your overall feelings on Zilla Fatu and how you want him to be booked in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.